Hi everyone, my name is Pat Guariglia. I'm here at iHeart Studio in Tribeca at Passage to Profit radio show. I'm here to talk about my company Roxy. It's an on-demand hospitality app for your private parties and events. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Roxy. I'm going to start actually with a story about how I came up with the idea. A few years ago, I was having a large party at my new home in New York, and I invited a lot of guests, and I spent almost the entire time at that party serving my own guests, making drinks, bringing out food, cleaning up all the stuff that you have to clean up at parties, bringing out the garbage. And at the end of the evening, I said goodbye to everybody, and I was like, man, that was not a lot of fun. I actually didn't get to socialize with anyone. And then a couple months later, I did the same thing again. I made the same mistake. I had a large party, was serving all the guests, ended the evening, didn't have any fun, and I started to make jokes with my friends. I said, why isn't there an Uber for parties where I can just get a bartender or a server or somebody that could just come to my house on demand, Uber style kind of app. So I met up with my buddy Dax Boyson, and he and I decided that we're going to try to tackle this problem head on, and we decided to create Roxy. So what is Roxy? Roxy is built for hosts. If you want to have an all-inclusive party experience, you go on Roxy to find talent workers like bartenders, servers, cocktail waitresses, etc., who can come to your private event. It's an on-demand app that allows you to do that. It also allows you to get food and beverage services. You can invite your guests and so forth right through the app. Our product is an all-in-one service that pretty much eliminates the need to have a caterer or a party planner at your disposal. It also gives private party hosts and their guests an Instagram-like experience where you can post and share pictures to one another in your own private Instagram-like session for your party.
You got to love somebody who throws so many parties that they need an app like this. So you need to invite us to one of these days, okay? And then we'll download the app. That's the deal, okay?
Other people see your pictures on Instagram.
Oh no!
Not doing it.
So how long did you? Is the software already done then? Are you up and rocking and rolling now, or?
We sure are. We actually launched just in January, and then in March we launched in LA. We did very little marketing and promotion. We only spent about $1,000, and we got about 1,500 users, about 50 parties so far. Average party size is about $360. We actually make money by taking a percentage of the party, so we take about 20% as a service fee. It's instantaneous. Actually, you can have a party in, I think the minimum start time is 30 minutes. But the likelihood of you getting somebody that's a candidate that you want to have at your event is maybe a little bit lower, but we don't limit that. It's up to the users. And both sides of the equation have to agree to work, so it's not like, I want a bartender, I just get a bartender. You actually see the profiles of the bartenders. You get to interact with them, and the bartenders or waiters get to interact with the customer as well. And they have to agree. It's a matchmaking, essentially.
I have a quick question. So what do they wear?
So the customer, the host who uses Roxy app, can designate the clothing that they want that person to wear when they show up. There are 4 predetermined wardrobe selections. So it's like the Roxy standard black. There is white shirt, black bottoms. You can even customize the requirement if you want.
I think that's super important. How do you find the people to service these parties?
So to answer your question, how do we find people? That was surprisingly simple. We didn't think it was going to be, and we just kind of rolled the dice. We put an ad in Craigslist to find out what kind of traction we might get. We spent literally $5, and within one day we had 150 users sign up. We were like, okay, that's kind of an odd thing. And of course, we have to vet. There's a vetting process. We do security check on them, minor security check, and they have to put their profile in there. Video, pictures, they introduce themselves, they put their work history, so the customer gets to vet them as well.
That's incredible. I find that so, we do the same thing. I think Richard and Elizabeth, you need to sign up for that app for your party for next year.
In November. I think that's a good idea.
100%. I think it's a great concept, great idea. So how long did it take you to build this app, and how many people are involved with your company?
Well, it took us a couple of years actually to hone the idea. We actually met at the Roxy Hotel, which is directly across the street, which is how we came up with the name Roxy, R-O-X-I. And it took
No
us
trademark infringement there.
There
I
is
hope.
no trademark. We actually trademarked that name. So we started building it in June of 2018. It took us, we did our first beta launch in November of 2018. We waited a couple months. We iterated on the idea a little bit more, and then we went, all right, let's go and launch it January. We just did a test launch in Phoenix earlier this month.
There's a
June.
lot of parties in Phoenix.
There are. Actually,
I
it's
think of
quite,
that as a lot of,
Birthday parties.
yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I've been to Phoenix too many times, but maybe there's a market there. I don't know.
So is there a pain point that you would like our experts here to address?
pain point.
Something that you want to do that you haven't quite been able to do yet? Like maybe blow this out more, go to another city?
I don't want to go to another city yet. I think it makes more sense for us to figure out the market traction here, to understand the marketing and the promotion engine before we dilute our resources and go to other places. Uber did the same thing when they launched in San Francisco. They didn't try to spread it across the U.S. So the question about pain point, I don't know. I'm sure I have pain points. I'm uncomfortable in this chair right now, so I don't know.